Can we all just be honest? Can we all just be honest? If Kamala Harris would have won the presidential election on November 4th, 2024, we wouldn't even know anything about Somalian fraud in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Any investigative reporting would have been shut down. They would have made up some law to try to put Nick Shirley in prison. Now, I can't be sure of this, so this is my disclaimer. I'm going to say allegedly. It's my opinion. It's what I think would have happened. So it's a hypothetical situation. But those that know, we know. Tim Walz would have been the vice president of the United States. The fraud would still be frauding. There will still be a quality leering center with no kids. Money still exchanging hands, kickbacks, laundering, terrorist organizations, whatever you want to call it. The taxpayers will still be paying big taxes. Understand this, and I believe this with all my heart. God saved President Trump's life that day in Butler, Pennsylvania. He was never supposed to take office. It was the Lord that turned his head that millimeter, okay? The mainstream media, the fake news, that's what Trump calls them. They went out of their way to try to indoctrinate us, to try to make us think that Donald Trump was some type of thug, some type of criminal, some type of grazie and gracious, whatever they try to say. You know what I'm saying? They went out of their way to do that. They thought that their plan would work, allegedly. And we wouldn't vote for him. He was never supposed to take office. He was never supposed to win. That's how stupid they thought the American people were, as if we could not see what they were doing. Allegedly, TikTok, allegedly, we know y'all like to give people strikes for exercising their First Amendment right of freedom of speech. So everything is allegedly, in my opinion. It was George Orwell's book, 1984, being played out in real time in 2024. But praise God, he woke us up. We didn't fall for the okie doke, okay? And President Trump took office in 2025. And all hell broke loose on the left. Because now their money is funny and their change is strange. But God, he's going to continue to pull back the covers because he loves us just that much. He don't want us living in delusion and confusion. One thing I know about the Lord, out of chaos, he brings order. So we better thank God that we have President Trump in office another 3 years and be praying for him, especially for his safety. Because the more he sent out the DOJ to begin to investigate all this fraud, waste, and abuse all over the United States, the attacks on him and all those that support what he's doing is only going to get more volatile. Allegedly, we are fighting great evil. I want y'all to understand that. So I'm praying and asking the saints of God to put on the whole armor of God and never take it off. And if you're not saved, perhaps it's a good time to get saved. Because 2026 is coming in hot, baby. It's going to get crunk. And every Christian and every patriot, I pray you get saved. If you're not, y'all better be ready. God bless.